Hello everyone, welcome to Jackie's Journey with Jackie and Hannah. We are in Italy right now, so we're going to show you a picture of our getup for our tripod. On with video 9, where we left off in video 8. The shack was frozen up, there was no water, and there was no draining, so we had to move out, and we moved into the Navy Rec Center, and this was after I had gone back in the military. So now, at the end of the video, we're approaching the summer months where we were no longer going to be able to rent the bungalows by the month. We were going to need another place to live. And now that Hurricane Isabel has destroyed the shack, we can't move back into the shack. Where do we go? We were in need of a place to live. We loved the rec center. And Hannah is going to talk about her experience living at the rec center compared to where we were living down at the beach in the shack.
In the shack, we had the beach, of course. So in the summertime, we spent it on the beach. There was a basketball court that someone had built at the end of the main road that was close to the lighthouse. So we spent a lot of time playing basketball at the beach or on our bikes. And we used to make, and obstacle courses in the backyard with the trash and things that kind of washed ashore from the swamp. There was like a oil barrel we would have to jump over, and there was an old TV antenna that was like 40 feet in the air.
Yeah, it was a tower that they would prop the antenna on for the television reception or CB reception or something.
And so we had a wire where we would air dry our clothes before we got the dryer. But part of our obstacle courses, we would climb up this antenna TV tower, and then we would have to jump down from a certain point, and that was part of the obstacle. So that was life in the shack. We had to be creative to keep ourselves entertained while Mom was at work. Life on base, we didn't have to be so creative anymore. There was the basketball courts, tennis courts, swimming pools, the beach, walking trails, biking trails, an arcade where we could go and we could watch movies, and they had events, and we spent all of our quarters in the arcade where there was pool tables, ping pong tables, volleyball,
putt-putt golf.
Putt-putt golf, yes, we got good at putt-putt. We'll take you down.
And the driving range for golf.
Yep, the driving range. We were able to explore, rent golf carts. We got to meet people. Like, living in the shack, it was us and older generations. The only time we really saw kids was in the summer, but they were there for the week or so like that, and we weren't really able to mingle. But living on the base, there were kids all the time. They lived there, or they were visiting, where they would stay for like holidays, camping trips, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. So we made a lot of friends, and then we made friends with the staff. They knew us right off the, we didn't have to carry our IDs on us or anything. They let us in the pool. They knew us, the Walker kids. They kept an eye on us, keep us out of trouble.
I was working right across the street.
Right. Living in the shack, Mom has talked about it. Naomi and I had a room where we got a bunk bed, so we didn't have to sleep on the same bed or someone on the floor or a cot. And then the boys, they had a small room, which was kind of like an office. It was like a studio office. It was tight. But living in the bungalow, 3 bedrooms, so Mom had a room, Naomi and I had a room, and the boys had a room, and they had twin beds in them. So everyone had their own bed, except for Solomon. He stayed with Mom. Or on the couch, but he was the baby, so it didn't matter. He's a mama's boy. But we had our own bed, we had our own space, we had, closets, which we didn't have in the shack. We had dressers, like, it was like 5-star to us.
Oh, yeah.
There was so much storage space. We didn't have to deal with rodents. We had proper air conditioning. We had proper heat at night. We had a lot of the things that we didn't have living in the shack.
But one thing we did have to do is I could not always rent them for any great lengths of time. So usually it was like a month, maybe 2 months, 2.5 months. But we would have to go from bungalow to bungalow depending on when they had them rented. Yep. So I would go into the office and she would say, okay, this is what we need to do. And she'd tell me, you need to come back on this and this, such and such a date. Because she knew that I was basically living there while now the house, the new house, well, the shack was being torn down and the new house was going to be built. But this was going to be a very long process, as I found out. We were there for an unlimited amount of time that we were going to need to be staying there. And so we basically, when it was time to move, I would say, okay, tomorrow's going to be moving day. And we were nomadic. And so we would get all the buckets together and everyone would put all their stuff in buckets, and then we would pile them in. I had an Explorer, so we'd pile them in the SUV and take them from one bungalow down to whatever the other one was that we were moving into. And we had to make sure it was all cleaned up real good, so everybody had their own chores, and we would clean it up, lock it up, go turn in the key, and get the new key.
Yep.
And that was the process. In the summertime, we could not use those bungalows, so we had to come up with a new plan. And at that point, I was selling real estate. It's a part-time job. The market had gone crazy. I mean, you were selling houses like left and right, and I sold like 6 houses in the course of, or 4 houses in the course of 6 months. So I made quite a bit of money quickly, and there was a RV that was for sale. And with an RV,
what is an RV? Let's be more specific.
A trailer. It was a trailer. It was a recreational vehicle, but it was a trailer. In its day, it was the top of the line. But in our day, it wasn't its day. So now we went from the shack, small, right?
Yep. Then
we expanded into the bungalows. And then we had to squeeze into a trailer with me and my 5. But we knew this was temporary. And again, we were on the rec center, so they had all those facilities, and everybody wanted to stay. We wanted to stay however we could stay. And it was the summertime, and a lot of their friends were going to be coming that they knew.
In the bungalow, we had friends over all the time. In the shack, that wasn't the case. We really didn't have people come over. But in the bungalow, we had birthday parties and sleepovers all the time.
It was much more living space, much more room. Basically, we were living in a trailer on the rec center while the house was being built. Everyone had their spot, and if everyone was here, they could tell you where it was. But of course, I had the bedroom, and Solomon would sleep on the. It was a full-size bed.
Mama's boy.
He was still the youngest, but he was getting older at this
Mom's room here. Then there was like a closet in the bathroom, and this is the hall space here.
And that was someone's bed.
For someone. And then a little bit wider for the couch, and that was pretty much it. It was the couch and the wall with the TV.
Right, and the chair.
And that's where I slept, the couch. And then there's the door and the the kitchen.
Right, which had a table that could convert, and that table converted into a bed.
Into like a bed, right. So then John slept in between the bathroom and the closet. I slept on the couch. Titus slept on the floor in between the couch and the TV, and Naomi slept on the kitchen table. We think that's how it went.
Right.
We didn't have a bathroom, a usable bathroom in the RV. So we would have to, they had like outdoor, it was like a bathroom, shower, laundry. Public restroom. So the trailer would be parked in one spot. And then in order to go to the bathroom, take a shower, or do your laundry, you had to walk to the bathroom.
We were always really close to the bathroom.
Yeah, we tried to get as close. But like no longer than a basketball court. So that's 90 feet, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
That we would have to walk to do this. So every time you got to go to the bathroom, think about the fact that you don't have to walk outside to go.
Right, and if it's raining,
thunderstorms, mosquitoes chasing you. and then showering. You have to take all of your stuff with you to go to the shower. If you forget something, you have to go back.
Right.
And you have to share with people. But it was better than the shack.
Yes, we had upgraded to a trailer.
My junior and senior year, we did that. Junior, senior year of high school, that was the process for me.
Yes.
So that's 2003, 2004, 2005.
December of 2005, we moved into the new house.
And I graduated in June 2005.
It took 2 years, but it happened, and I'll go over that process in the next video. Did have flood insurance, which was great, and then there was CCC, which is a deeper pocket of your flood insurance that nobody knows about until you need it. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and that way you get the notice that says there's a new video. I'm posting videos twice a week, 2 times a week.
And give this video a big thumbs up. You know you liked it. And write a comment below. If you have questions, Jack Attack will get back at you.
We'll give you an answer. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye from Italy.
Yeah, we'll post some pictures from Italy too. Bye.